Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a review and wear test on the new KVD Beauty Good Apple Concealer. I am so excited to be trying this out. I ran to Ulta this morning to pick this up. I'm just gonna dive right into this because I'm gonna be reviewing this, doing a wear test, and showing you guys how this looks on the undries and whether I would recommend it or not, so keep watching. Okay, so I picked this up in the shade Medium 131, and this is the KVD Beauty Good Apple Lightweight Full Coverage Concealer. This is supposed to be an extreme long wear crease resistant concealer. You get all the pigment without the weight, and it blends out for an easily natural skin-like finish. And the key ingredients are the antioxidant rich apple extracts that help nourish the delicate under eye area and raspberry stem cells to provide deep moisturizing benefits for all day comfort and hydration. So let's just go ahead and put this to the test because I'm super excited. Reading all the claims, I'm kind of wondering if this is going to remind me of how the new Morphe Soft Radiance foundation feels, because this gives you great coverage and it feels so lightweight. Literally feels like you have nothing on the skin. It blends like a dream. This one is $12. I just reviewed this one if you guys want to watch that review, but I'm wondering if this may be really similar to that. This one does retail for $28, so it's definitely pricier, and it looks like this. The shade that I got, like I said, it is the shade Medium 131. The reason why I picked up that shade was because it's supposed to be for medium skin tones with neutral undertones. I always like to go about a shade or two lighter than my foundation. Today for foundation, I am wearing one of my favorites so far of 2022. This is the No. 1 de Chanel. You can find this also at Ulta. I've been loving just how skin-like and hydrated this makes the skin look. So let's see how this does. It has a little small doe foot applicator. And it's actually kind of different than the other ones because the doe foot applicator is literally just that piece right there. It doesn't go all throughout. It's only the front part. Interesting. I'm gonna go right here. Ooh. Very pigmented. This color is actually really good in comparison to the color that I'm wearing all over my face for foundation. I'm gonna be using my favorite sponge to blend out concealer. This is the Araceli Beauty Bella sponge. And I am just going to blend. Okay, it's definitely giving me pigmentation. Very, very pigmented. I feel like if you have a lot of things that you want to cover, like a lot of darkness, I think this will be great because I feel like it really cover that under eye area immediately. I'm gonna go ahead and set it with powder because I have to do this. Concealers, even though they tell me they won't crease, on me it creases. So I'm just taking my e.l.f. powder and I'm powdering it. This is a must do step, so let's see how it does with this step. I feel like for me, in order for a concealer to work well, it has to work well with powders. It can be great full coverage, hydrating, but if it doesn't work well with powders, it's not gonna be the one for me just because I have to use powders to set my under eyes, or else everything will not look nice for the entire day. Because these little lines, they crease immediately. So we're just gonna let that sit for a few seconds, not too long. This does claim to be a very hydrating formula, so I'm not worried that it's gonna like dry up the concealer or look bad with it because it's not claiming to be like a matte formula. Sometimes when a consistency is matte, then it can cause some issues, but this is a really nice smooth consistency. You guys can see how well it looks with the powder. I like how that's looking with the powder. Look at the difference between having on the concealer and not having anything on whatsoever right here. I will say with this consistency, you do kind of have to press a little bit more to really get it to blend immediately. I don't think it blends as seamlessly as the one by Morphe that I just tried, the Soft Radiance. This like blends like an absolute dream. Like it almost is like this buttery touch. I will try less product on here just to kind of see if it blends a little bit faster, because that just may be all it needs. But I did see that difference considering that I just tried this new Morphe one. I'm just gonna do that much. It's a very, very pigmented concealer. Like you get the coverage. So let's go in with the sponge. Yeah, I feel like with this one, you just have to press a little bit more to really blend it out, but it still blends out nicely. It's just that seeing the comparison between another new concealer that just came out that's more affordable, I can see it. I'm gonna go in and do a little bit of some highlighting. These are the little points I like to hit. You know what? Now that I've tried this on the under eyes, I have to say I actually do appreciate this really precise small doe foot applicator, because I feel like it really gets into that small area under the eyes to really do what it needs to do to give you the coverage that you need. So it definitely is a little different than the other doe foot applicators I've tried, but I actually, now that I've tried it, I like it because it is great for those smaller areas. So let's blend. Yeah, I feel like the longer you let it sit, like I didn't let it sit that long, but while I was talking, it was kind of just sitting on the skin. I feel like the longer you let this specific concealer set, I feel like you do kind of have to press a little bit harder to blend it out, which isn't a bad thing necessarily, but I know that I like to give you guys as much information on it so that you guys know. In case you guys are wondering why this looks so red, I had a Band-Aid right here and I took it off and now my skin's like sensitive, because my skin is sensitive to everything. Definitely worked great with my skin tone and the color of this foundation. I feel like you guys can see a nice consistency between the foundation and the concealer. It's not too drastic where the under eye is too light and bright, but I think it's like the perfect happy medium for concealer to foundation. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish off the rest of my makeup, and then I'm gonna come back and give you guys my first initial thoughts on how it worked with everything else, and then we can go ahead and begin our wear test, because I'm excited to see how this is going to do on our skin. So keep watching if you want to see how this performs. So I am back. I just finished my entire face of makeup. Let's talk about the new KVD Good Apple Concealer. So I have to say I am very impressed. I didn't notice anything different after applying it. It still looks really nice and flawless. Very, very lightweight considering how nice pigmented and full coverage this product is, like it claims. It literally doesn't feel like I have anything on, so I really love that aspect of it. It just makes it such an easy concealer to wear. And I also like the fact that even with my powder, like it's set really nicely. It doesn't look cakey whatsoever. It doesn't look super full coverage and intense. It just looks right. So I am super impressed with that aspect of it. I also like the fact that this wand is just super easy to use, like I mentioned before. I'm really curious to see how this is going to work for the entire day, because I have mentioned that I have very dry under eyes, and what tends to happen through the day is that this part tends to separate because it just gets kind of dry, and I will want to see how that's gonna do. But just speaking on dry under eyes, I have to say I'm very impressed that this worked well by itself on my dry under eyes. I didn't go in today with my eye cream. I completely forgot to go in with that, so I basically just had the moisturizer on, and I didn't see any type of separation or dryness like bunch up. Like it just looked really nice and healthy. So I can say that this formula does feel very hydrating on the under eyes and will keep the dry under eyes hydrated, especially right now that it's super cold. I need those hydrating products, and this definitely does offer that for me. What I'm gonna go ahead and do now is carry on with the rest of my day. I will show you guys how this looks in natural lighting, and then of course at the end of the day I will give you guys my final thoughts on whether I think this is worth your $28 or not. So you definitely want to keep watching to see what those thoughts are, and I'm curious to see how this is gonna turn out, because so far I really am enjoying this product. It looks lovely. Okay guys, so I am back right now. It is 9:30 p.m. and I wanted to come on here to give you guys my final thoughts on the new KVD Good Apple Concealer. So this is what we're looking like. The under eyes actually look pretty good. There is a little tiny bit of creasing right in this area, which you guys can probably see a little bit of creasing. I have to say I'm impressed with the fact that the under eyes aren't super like dry or like have any like issues of dryness on the sides or anything. So I really like that. Of course the creasing, it's bound to happen when you have under eyes that just crease. But I do like the fact that the under eyes still look really nice and smooth and they don't look super dry. And also the under eye feels very lightweight and looks lightweight. So it doesn't look like I'm wearing a heavy layer or heavy situation of makeup right here. Definitely feel like it has a lot of pros. The only thing I would say with this is that you do want to make sure that you blend it out quickly, and I would recommend blending it out with a nice damp sponge because I feel like that's gonna really allow you to blend it evenly and seamlessly, because it does take a little bit more time to blend out. Now, you guys may ask me, since I did bring it up to the Morphe one, I have to say I feel like this one blends much smoother. I think I did mention that earlier, but I will say I kind of like how this looks by the end of the day. It didn't dry on my under eye right there. It looks pretty nice and smooth, but let's say you don't want to spend the money on this because maybe you feel like it's a little bit out of your price budget. Definitely this I feel like is very similar in terms of being very lightweight but full coverage and comparable to a high-end. This one's $12 by Morphe. I have a review if you guys do want to watch that. I just wanted to throw out this alternative in case you're looking for something more affordable and you don't want to spend $28 on a concealer. But if you do want to spend $20 on concealer and you're watching this review and you're like, is this worth it? I definitely do think it's worth it. I really like the fact that brands are coming out with concealers that are super lightweight, hydrating, but give you that maximum pigmentation. I definitely do feel like this gives you pigment right away. And I was very pleased with the doe foot applicator. I feel like it's really small, but it's super precise, which allows you to really get into those areas. I definitely would recommend it if you're looking for something super full coverage, very lightweight, very easy to wear. I think you will find this to be a really good product. So those are pretty much all my thoughts. I hope that this video was useful for you guys. I hope that you perhaps decided if you wanted to purchase this or not. If you guys have any other questions, then please go ahead and leave them down in the comment section. I can definitely answer them for you. But I'll keep using them and I'll get back to you guys on how they continue to wear this and also the Morphe one so that I can give you guys more in depth after a little bit of time using them. But first impressions and so far, I have to say I'm very impressed. So KVD Beauty has done it again. They did it last year with the Good Apple foundation. Now they're doing it with the concealer. So definitely check this out. You can find this at Ulta and also on their website. I will have all the links down below. I think that's about it. If you guys enjoyed watching this video, please give it a big thumbs up. Let's me know to continue doing these type of videos for you guys. Also, I hope that you guys have a fabulous day. And don't forget to stay safe, stay blessed, and stay beautiful. And I'll be seeing you guys very, very soon for a brand new video. Bye guys.